Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Dynasty Warriors 8 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. Sun Quan defeated Liu Bei at Yiling and reformed the alliance between Wu and Shu. So, yeah, after you break off from the potential hypothetical route, we officially go into full function mode because we have a video game and we need to have a happy ending for our factions, despite the fact that no one has a happy ending in this fucking timeline. Several years passed until Cao Pi was eventually the Emperor of Wei.
Shitting.
Shi Ting, okay? I understand.
I
understand it's spelled shitting, but it's Shi Ting, okay?
Well, it's missing a T, because in English you have to double the fucking consonant before you apply the gerund ing. I don't know.
In an effort to turn things around, the Wu officer Zhou Fang proposed a brilliant plan to Sun Quan. Sun Quan agreed and entrusted command to Lu Xun. Again! Woohoo!
Yay.
In order to realize this plan, Zhou Tai, Ling Tong, and Ding Feng prepared for battle. They were ready to give everything they had. With the fields of Shi Ting as a stage, Wu lifted the grand curtain of its plans. We'll be playing as Ding Feng, who is one of the lowest level characters that we've been playing with so far. And he's actually got a very interesting weapon called the Demon Chakram. It is fucking huge! That's most of its power, though. It's not honestly all that good of a weapon, per se, but it is fucking huge.
Sun and Moon. Demon Chakram has got rated 5 for Inferno.
And it's actually rated 4, but yeah. At least on compatibility.
Gonna light dudes on fire. Now about those swallow swords. You mean the swallow's edge or the swallow spear?
Do we have a swallow spear? I don't think we have a swallow spear, actually. I'm trying to find out where Black Widow is, because apparently it wasn't actually a one of the Fellowship swords.
Gotcha. You ever run into that moment where, like, you were so damn sure you had your setup ready before you start, all you had to do was execute, and then something surprising happens that just drives a screw into the whole plan, like, fuck. Oh, because it was in the other place, goddammit.
Come on, where is it? I just want to show off that we actually got the damn thing.
This man is quite well stocked with weapons.
Well, no, this is our stockpile that we're going through right now.
Yeah, he's got the whole list right in his hands. Like, oh well, I mean, we could requisition this one. So, all right, have a few words.
We have too many boats, so we're selling a couple.
This is what we've been picking up the whole time?
Not the whole time. A majority of these weapons I have from this being New Game Plus.
Oh, right, New Game Plus status. Gotcha.
Netherworld's Fury. I love the name of that weapon.
Fury of the Netherworld. Stallion Cleaver.
Yeah, that is
well,
the
they
that is the 3-star weapon for the Great Sword. Where is the damn Black Widow?
A great sword. So that means that you are supposed to slay the stallion with the sword, not ride the stallion while swinging the sword, because you can't swing a sword that big on horseback. You're gonna throw yourself off immediately.
Come on, where is it?
The Tiger Wolf Fang. These are some pretty metal names for these weapons.
Like Numbness Cloud.
The Momentous Blade. The moment when I kill you.
Scarlet Dawn. Heavenly Ambition. Solemn Echo.
The Iron Baton.
Kingdom Crasher.
Alright, Kingdom Crasher is
Chaotic
pretty...
Flame.
That sounds more rock than metal, actually.
Night
Kingdom
Fever.
Crasher. Storm the mode. Lower the gates, share the wealth.
Birds and beasts.
Birds and beasts.
Nature's beauty.
The lessons
Flame
of the
dust and
birds and the bees.
Flashbringer. Come on. I should not have kept most of this in. I apologize.
Get to
But
the chopper.
this is actually a relatively short mission, so I feel as though I can, I feel as though I can, waste some time doing this.
I just
Demon
balanced.
Light.
Wow. So these enemies waiting outside the gate are very polite. Yes, very polite, because they realize that
Sealer.
actually, if we have to open the gate in order to get our troops out, we have to open our inner circle in for attack in order to have a chance at killing them as well. So actually, this may even be more plausible than it seems. Because, I mean, what are they going to do? Scratch the walls?
Do we simply not find it? I think we simply don't find it.
Now, about that whole
There it
having
is,
a
Black
screw
Widow.
thrown in the whole
It's one
plan.
of the
there it
unique
is.
wired gloves, which puts it as a CME signature weapon. Finally. Ugh.
You gotta be shitting me. We found it, finally. All right. Now it's time
Hey,
to
Leon
talk to a
Shi.
few people and then open these gates. Leon Shi is with us, too.
And Zhou Tai.
Characters like that become more common towards the end of games, especially games where there's lots of violence and lots of
And
difficulty
Ling
spikes.
Tong.
So the fake defection went well.
Yep, that is our
Excellent.
plan. We're going to be cashing in on a fake defection in order to open up the gates around Shi Ting, and then once our fire attack, because we're Wu, we do a lot of goddamn fire attacks. Once our fire attack has successfully depleted their forces, we'll run them down with our then superior numbers.
So a war between 3 different factions. Maybe a little late to the party on this, but seems to me like this would be... Well, I mean, this would be Dynasty Warriors 8's idea of, like, Alexander the Great tying the Gordian knot, which is an ancient metaphor for how does he, a member of one faction, defeat 2 other factions simultaneously? Well, you pit your enemies against each other is what he did.
Now, let me be very clear about this. I am not good with Ding Feng or the Demon Chakram in general, but I actually do like how the Demon Chakram controls, especially with its C3 chain. The C3 chain on it is honestly pretty nice. It's very good at cloud clearing. But Ding Feng would, for Extreme Legends, also get the ability to use the Battle Gauntlets as a secondary EX weapon. And with those, he's very specifically becomes a pro wrestler with a perchant for Tai Chi posing.
Nobody can hula like I can hoop.
So yeah, his EX attacks are okay. I think that's C5. Yeah, his C5 gives him a secondary upper, which actually has a fire elemental ties on it automatically. Pretty nice.
Oh, dude, you got to go back. They're gonna wipe out your StarCraft base and all of your dudes.
No, this is the
How
plan.
Are you gonna get your
I
minerals?
promise, this is the plan.
But dramatically, we have only a limited amount of time in order to stop them from sneaking in the back door. Which honestly would probably the way that you would beat me in a StarCraft 2 match.
Hey, I'm not going to sneak in through the back door. I'm just going to sneak in invisibly through the front door. Because you never bothered to build detectors.
No, I did not. It was a foolish mistake, like not going back in order to reinforce your bros.
I promise this is still part of the plan. See, all of our main units are over here with us now. Ding Feng's personality, specifically that is of a warrior poet, and honestly, he sells it pretty well.
Warrior poet.
It's not a personality that I'm all that particularly fond of, But as a character trait, given the fact that it's spread out relatively thinly throughout the cast, it works okay.
Yeah, the stoic character is usually pretty likable. I usually like the well, I mean, I'm trying to think of one example of a stoic fellow in some genre. I think Mulan had a stoic fellow, except he was more among it. It was the big fat dude.
Cheng Pu.
Cheng Pu, yeah. So he would be, because he was usually very reserved, calm, but when necessary, he will kick your ass.
I don't think he actually engages in any violence at all during that movie.
Well, he does at the very end after he disguises himself as a woman so that they could sneak into the fireworks ceremony.
Isn't that very strictly off screen though?
It is off screen, but he does assist in subduing, I'd say like between 2 and 4 guards that were blocking their path.
Yeah.
I'm sure some violence was required, and let's not forget that he was in a.
We were just talking about your cousin.
Yes. Shenpu. Shenmue.
I have not played any of the Shenmue games. Apparently, I'm not actually missing out on all that much.
I kind of. It's like I think a lot of games also have like a similar style that. Shenmue, you're experiencing a story with different outcomes in a semi-open world environment where you have luxury to do nothing, do one thing, or do another thing.
There are branching paths in Shenmue.
I think you could do some things in different order, unless
this
it's
is
just
what
totally just corridor driven.
Referring to Ding Feng's Tai Chi pro wrestling stuff. All of his moveset attacks are direct pulls from his old Gauntlets moveset. There we go. We got a hunting sickle. All right, charge to Sima Yi.
Yay! Super horse.
Sima Yi is effectively the primary villain for the Three Kingdoms story. He's the one that ends up setting up the final kingdom that eats all 3 of them, and he is the one that gets to have the most generically evil hammy actor play him.
Nah. Nice. Oh, they got the ham to play this man.
Also, there is my favorite character. There is my favorite Wei character, Wang Yi. Wang Yi, I love because she is a very effective female warrior. For one, and for two, her weapon style is that of the Trishula Trifork, which is, if you recall Raphael's size, that's effectively what they are.
Yeah.
On the big problem that we will not be seeing Wang Yi in use at all because she's on the Wei faction, so we don't get to go explore her. But the big problem that Wang Yi ends up having is that her attacks are really short range because again they're psi, and also she is very much a duelist as opposed to a cloud clearer.
Yes.
Crowd cleaner. That's the term I'm looking for.
So what? She's got Lu Xun syndrome?
Kind of. Her handling is much better than Lu Xun's, but and her specific weapon trait gives her semi-permanent block, which is honestly really, really good once you learn how to manipulate it. It's just
what auto block you mean?
Yes, it's effectively auto block. While you're doing your normal attacks, not your charge attacks, but your normal attacks, you actually have a really high chance to block incoming enemy attacks.
There's no need for such a scary face. You should take it easy for a change.
Hey, Sima Zhou.
The Nier Automata made a point that you can't equip the auto evade plug-in chip unless you're playing on the lowest possible difficulty.
Well, the thing is, this is very much tied to a specific weapon, and not everyone has compatibility with every weapon in this game. So
Right, and then similar to playing Altair in Assassin's Creed 1, that you will immediately lose every last one of your abilities after enjoying God mode for the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game.
And so Ding Feng has successfully has successfully routed Sima Yi. Woohoo!
Much like the autumn breeze scattered in the golden leaves.
All right, everyone,
Very
be safe. And in
Shakespeare.
the next episode, we will effectively finish the game. Woohoo!